So, before we hit our break, our buddy Marty posted in the chat room, you know, he asked where we felt was a better fit for Ray Allen, Miami or
LA.
Miami or LA. I like Miami better. To be completely honest with you, love Miami better just for the simple fact for him. You know, this is a non-biased opinion. The Bulls fan of me obviously just doesn't want Miami to add anybody. I'd rather them have, like, nobody on their team. But anyway, you know, I look at it and I think that he fits what Mike Miller did for this team, and he's better at what Mike Miller did for this team. Ray Allen is not a player that you're going to worry about playing only good at home and not playing good on the road. You know, like, let's be honest. He played with a bone spur in his ankle or foot the whole playoffs. He's a baller. He's Jesus Shuttlesworth, and I just think he fits Miami's scheme better. The drive and dish. LeBron drive and dish. Dwayne Wade drive and dish. Chris Bosh drive and dish. I just feel like he fits what they want to do so much better. I understand that statement, but once, you know, Boston, to me, made the decision for Ray Allen.
Yes. Once you signed Jason Terry. Once you got Jason Terry, that locked everything up.
Decision made. I feel like I agree, but I think Jason Terry was brought in to be a sixth man. Jason Terry's didn't start in Dallas.
No.
He's a sixth man.
Because they want Bradley to start next year. They definitely do. They want to have a youth type of movement. And Marty writes, as a starter, I'm assuming he means Ray Allen as a starter.
Yeah,
but you can't. Ray Allen wouldn't start over Dwayne Wade in Miami. That's not happening.
No, but
he could definitely start in LA though.
Oh yeah, he could
start for the Clippers.
He could definitely start for the Clippers. And that would actually be one hell of a little backcourt. Chris Paul, Ray Allen, you got Blake Griffin up front. DeAndre Jordan, Jordan could technically slide down and play small forward if he wanted to. See, Marty, you know, I think the Clippers adding Lamar Odom too was a smart move. I actually like Lamar Odom. I think him being back in Los Angeles is going to help with the drama, because it now means his wife is happy, and any married man out there knows if your wife is happy, you're happy. Or you're at least living your life without being miserable, I guess you would say. I don't know how you would phrase it. But, you know, I think Ray Allen in Miami works the best if he wants to win a championship. I think Ray Allen in LA is the best for him if he wants to start and ball out.
If he's looking just for his best career, something for that, you know, like you just said, for starting, then yes, LA's the way to go. If he wants a ring, Miami.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? I don't like admitting this, but to me, Miami's possibly, you know, I don't know. Miami hasn't made a lot of moves yet. I don't know how many guys on their team are retiring or walking away. Like, Mike Miller has to have back surgery. So I don't even know if Mike Miller is going to play basketball. I don't think Mike Miller knows if he's going to play basketball. You know, they have Cole, you have Chalmers, you have Wade, you have Bosh, you have LeBron. I don't know if Joel Anthony's under contract. Like, they have a lot of different things for Miami that you're not 100% sure what's going to happen with them. For the most part, though, you know their big three are going to be there. I think Allen would be a nice compliment as well to that team. But I can see either one.
I'd like Allen coming from Miami. I don't want that to happen, but it just makes sense at this time in his career. That's all I'm saying.
And it seems to be the trend with Miami. They take in the old guys that want to try and get a ring. You got your three young guys in the prime of their careers. D-Wade maybe tailing towards the end of his prime. I feel like Dwayne Wade, to me, is just a guy, the injuries that he constantly is going through after a while are just going to catch up, and there's nothing he can do about it. It's just how life is.
Wow, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I apologize. I was just going to say, Marty's interested about your Bulls. If Paul Gasol's going there, is Superman going there? I personally have not heard rumors that Superman's going to Chicago. I keep hearing the Nets, the Lakers, and one other team, Houston.
Yeah, no.
I keep hearing those three names.
Yeah, he's not going. No way. There's just no way. I think the Bulls' biggest problem is they're stuck with Carlos Boozer. They have nothing they can do with him. And by not having anything to do with him salary cap-wise, they're sort of stuck. You know, they can offer to trade him to a team and pay part of his salary. Even then, that still hurts them for this year's cap. I think the Bulls, in my opinion, are a team that's going to make the playoffs, probably get knocked out in the first round, but be a competitive team all year long. They're going to be a team that nobody's going to say to themselves, "Oh, yay, we get to play the Bulls."
No. And your coach, Thibodeau, will not allow that at all because, number one, to him is defense. So right away, the Bulls are going to be in every single game.
Yeah, he won't give them a chance. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Every team's going to have good games and bad games where they're going to get blown out. They're not going to get blown out. I mean, just how basketball works. But I really think that the Bulls are going to be competitive. I just don't think they're going to have enough to do anything other than make the playoffs. And I mean, maybe they get a good matchup in the first round and can escape the first round. But if the Nets finish completing what they're trying to complete, they're not going to beat the Nets in 7 games. Most likely Miami, they're not going to be able to beat in 7 games. With Boston having Pierce and Garnett, I don't think that Chicago's going to be able to take them in 7 games. Who else you got? Orlando, unless Orlando keeps Dwight Howard, I think Chicago will be able to take them. Atlanta losing Joe Johnson, I don't know what they're going to be this year. You know, I'm trying to think of the teams that were in the playoff. Philadelphia, you don't know what you're getting out of them. They started 21-9, then went terrible, and then win 2 playoff series and take Boston to 7. So you don't know what you're getting out of them either.
Feeling that. KGM writes in the chat room that he wants to know what type of veterans or utility guys can the Nets pick up. You know, obviously they need some good role players now, seeing that they have Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Gerald Wallace, and for right now, it's Brook Lopez, but it could be Dwight Howard. It's possible. You know, what kind of guys are they going to be able to pick up? I know they'd sign Reggie Evans. Reggie Evans is a pretty decent player.
Yes.
Should be a good role player for them.
It's hard to make that judgment right now because the big names are still out there. Like, there's big name options and all that kind of stuff, so it's hard because they don't. There's not a lot of talk about the fill-in guys. Gorgon Dragic, point guard from Houston, was a big option, but he just signed. I believe he signed with Phoenix. Michael Beasley, the 2nd overall pick the year Derrick Rose got drafted. A lot of people debated who to take, Beasley or Rose. Well, Beasley just got signed by Phoenix as well for a 3-year deal.
Well, Humphries is out there too. Do you think that if the Nets don't get Howard, that possibly they're just going to bring back, you know, Lopez and Chris Humphries?
I actually do. I think if they can't get Dwight, they're going to bring them back. They're going to bring them back, and I wouldn't be surprised if they still try to pull off a sign and trade with them to maybe a Los Angeles for Bynum.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow, dude, that would be something serious.
The Lakers are going to be looking to get younger, but it seems like a lot of people in that Laker building don't like Andrew Bynum. Bynum was Phil Jackson's guy. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people are big fans of Andrew Bynum anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were willing to make that kind of a trade just to get him out of the door and get 2 guys that will produce for you. And at the same time, you know what they can do? Get the hell out of the way for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, and I actually really like what KGM put here. Like, if they're able not to even trade for Dwight Howard, that if they keep Lopez, Humphries, and Marshawn Brooks, that team's pretty solid, and I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Teaming them up with Wallace, Joe Johnson, Darren Williams. Dude, the Nets, I think the Nets are going to be stealing some Knicks fans. I really do. We had a couple yesterday say they're going to be rooting for the Nets at your house.
Oh, man. Could you imagine? I would lose it. KGM, I know what you're saying about the fact that the Lakers don't like. It's hard to say that they want to give up on Bynum, and Gasol would be more realistic of a trade. But if Andrew Bynum is not liked by ownership, coaches, and teammates, then Andrew Bynum's not going to be on the team anymore. He's not. If Kobe wasn't on that team, well, then, yeah, they'd probably clean house and build around Andrew Bynum. But it's still Kobe's team, so Kobe pretty much gets the final call. I know it's hard to say, hard to believe, or not really hard to believe. That's an awesome picture of Dirk. That was great. Jeremy, you're the man, dude. You have some of the best add-ins. Where are we at right now? Oh, one other, I got a couple other notes. The Phoenix Suns are also approaching New Orleans shooting guard Eric Gordon. They're hoping to get him. So the Suns are making some moves. Now, Steve Nash is trying to convince Grant Hill to come join the 30 and over team in Los Angeles, because that's pretty much what they're going to be by the time the season gets started. Which will be really funny, because you'll have the Clippers getting younger and better and the Lakers getting older and pretty much staying just as good. That's pretty sad. And yes, Sarah F. and Levy, baseball will be next. Yeah, see, that's the thing. He is not a good locker room guy, KGM. But at the same time, I know you're saying talent. He's the second best center in the league, maybe the best, based on your opinion.
Yeah, it all depends on whether you like him or Howard.
Yes, you know, something. You know, something. Some people like Bynum's game better. Other people like Howard, but I like Howard better. I like the athleticism and defense. But anyway, and then my other little basketball note I got is that the Houston Rockets are looking to offer Jeremy Lin roughly $30 million.
Yeah, bro, $10 million a year, and the Knicks are gonna have to match it.
And you know what? They even are setting up the contract to make it harder for
the Knicks to match it.
For the Knicks to match it.
Good.
Because they're backloading the contract. And the Knicks can't do that because they have Amari and Melo's contracts that are backloaded as well. And they can't have all three of those hit at the same time. They'll only be able to afford those three guys.
Damn.
So it looks like Jeremy Lin's run on Broadway was short and sweet, man.
I don't know, man. Don't sleep on the Knicks. They might not have a choice but to sign him. No Nash. Who else are they gonna get?
And it sounds like Kid's gonna re-sign in Dallas.
Just saw that as well. I mean, there's not many options out there unless you're trying to get Raymond Felton again, who was your old point guard.
Yeah, the Knicks can offer Lin a 4-year deal worth $24.5 million. He averaged 14.5 points and 6 assists per game last year in 35 games. So, you don't know. I just felt like he had a lot of big moments for the team.
And I agree with what Pixel Junkie said, that Jeremy Lin would be dumb to leave New York, and he would, because it became Linsanity here. He's not going to have that anywhere else, and that's why I actually think, too, the Knicks can't afford to let him go. Because he had such a pizzazz here, you know, he does more than just put people in the stands. People go out and buy his jerseys and things like that. You put Jeremy Lin on Houston, nobody's going to go out and buy Jeremy Lin jerseys. Sorry.
Not as many, that's for sure. But that's the thing. He has a connection with a large group of fans. The NBA has always done its share to try and market their Asian players because of how big the Asian market is. Over in China and Japan and all that, it is well known how much they love basketball. They're pretty big with it out there. And, you know... Wait, hold on. What are you saying to me, KGM? That's not true. Did you see how they reacted to Yao? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Because of Jeremy Lin. I said that if he goes to Houston, I don't think he's going to, you know, have a lot of jersey sales. So KGM might be referring that to me, but at the same time, you brought up the Asian market. But Yao Ming was a superstar in China, and then came to the U.S. It's not like he was this sensation of 40 games in the U.S., then went to the Rockets and became a huge world-known superstar. No, he was already a world-known superstar, and any team he would have went on, China was rooting for.
Yeah, all right, I know what you're saying. But Jeremy Lin, he's sold. There's no question he's going to sell jerseys no matter how they do it. But Landry Fields is a Toronto Raptor, pretty much Pixel. Good. There's no way the Knicks are going to be able to match him and do the other things they want to do this offseason. And I don't think he means that much. I think the personality of Jeremy Lin, though, is addicting. Everyone wants to get behind him. I can't argue with that, KGM. The kid just seems like a hard worker who earned what he got. He really did. You know, I'm not sure if he actually... nobody's signed yet, Pixel. Nobody can sign until July 11th. So... but I believe he's pretty much committed to that, mainly for the fact that the Knicks can't match it, and I don't think anybody else out there is willing to pay him. But the Houston Rockets are trying to make moves. They want to be competitive again, and Jeremy Lin would be one of their best stops. And on top of that, they had the 3 first-round draft picks they got to use this year. This team really, the Houston Rockets are getting young and they're getting talented. They could be very interesting in a year or two. Get them together.